There's a moment that almost everyone has had. You hear something, maybe sitting alone. Again, let me start this over and to get my glasses on and not the best start. But there's a moment where almost everyone has had. You hear something, maybe in conversation, maybe sitting alone, and it hits differently than anything that you've ever heard before. You don't argue with it, you don't brush it off, it just stays. And you realize, I can't ignore this. Now, if we're honest, most of the time we hear things and we think, wow, that's really good. Someone else should probably work on that. And we're pretty skilled at applying truth to other people. But every once in a while, it doesn't pass through like that. It lands, it lingers, it follows you into the quiet. And that's when things shift. Because that moment, it may look small on the outside, but it actually is where change begins. Not because you heard something, but because this time you received it. I'm Dr. Tim Blake, and this is a Living Life Mindset production with a Embody membership level teaching. And today you may hear something a little different in the background, actually. That's my wife practicing piano. So if you catch a few notes here and there or hear the piano lingering in the background, that's not normally what happens on the videos in the membership, but yeah, honestly, it fits because what you're hearing in the background is practice, repetition, process, something forming before it's performed. And that actually lines up with what we're talking about today, ignition. Because in real life doesn't appear fully formed. It develops. It's worked through, it's refined, it's built, and often in ways you don't immediately see or notice. And so that's where we begin today, my friend. Everything begins with the word, not efforts, not trying harder, not just deciding to do better, the word. Truth carries that direction. Truth shows you what is right. Truth confronting where you are. Truth calling you forward. And here's the key. It doesn't begin when the word is spoken. It begins when the word is received. And see, that's a difference most people miss. The word may be the same, but your life only changes when you receive what you hear. So before we press on further, we gotta really grasp this dynamic. Because if you miss this, you'll keep trying to change your life without getting to the starting point. Everything begins with the word. Not effort, not emotion, not trying harder, the word. Truth that carries direction, truth that shows you what's right, truth that confronts where you are and calls you forward. That is where ignition begins, my friend. But here's the part that you don't get. It doesn't start at the speaking point. It starts at the receiving point. You can hear the truth all day long. You can sit in it, agree with it, even repeat it, but nothing in your life will change. You may even have a stack of hoarded stuff that I've heard this all before, and what have you done with it? See, so you receive. Scripture says this: receive with meekness the implanted word. Implanted. That means it's not meant to stay outside of you. It's meant to enter, take root, and begin something. And give you the spark of what it is that you're here for. And it can only happen when you take it in, when you receive it. And it's not a passive thing. Receiving is when you stop resisting what you just heard, you stop adjusting your life to fit you, and you stop pushing it off to somebody else, and you stop saying, I already know that. And you let it deal with you. Scripture tells us this that today, if you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts. See, that tells you something very clearly. You can hear and still be closed off. You can hear and still not receive. I face people not being open to hearing visibly what I pass on a daily basis. In the emergency room, in a treatment center, wherever I'm at, some receive, some don't. Now, let me give you a simple picture here. Think about junk mail. You check your mailbox, you flip through it, and nope, nope, definitely not. Shovel throw, file it, shred it, what have you. You toss most of it. But maybe, just maybe, somebody designed something in such a way that you stop and you look at it again. You don't throw it away. You keep it, you examine it. Same mailbox, same delivery, different response. See, that's the difference between hearing and receiving. Yeah, you heard or you got the mail. You actually began receiving when you investigated. You took it in. You said, "What is this about?" See, now if we're honest, we're really good initially at hearing a truth from other people, and you may think, "Oh, yeah, that's exactly what they need." But the word was really meant for you. Ever said yourself a sermon? Yeah, my dad should really hear of this one. I wish he was here. Man, my brother really, really could have used that one. Oh man, I hope my wife was paying attention to that. Hmm? Here's the reality: the words are coming for you, whether you see them or not. Sometimes you just don't receive what you hear. But here's a trick here. You receive what you stop resisting. It stays with you, it's entered you, and once something is received, it doesn't stay neutral, it becomes a seed, which means something has already started. So let me pause here for a moment. I don't want you to think generally. I want you to think about it personally. What word are you hearing now? Not what passed by, but what's staying with you. What keeps coming back to you when things get quiet, where you've been corrected, challenged, called forward. Now, don't overthink this. Just go with the first thing that comes to mind. That's usually it. And be honest. Have you received it or have you been managing it? Have you let it in? Or you keeping it off at a distance, huh? Because if it keeps coming back, it's not random, my friend. That's the starting point. And that's where ignition is trying to happen. And if you receive it, your life has already begun to change. Because once the word is received, something started. And that's what you started is out of the seed, and that which moves us into life and moves us into what is and understanding what is a seed, what is put in you. See, this is the essence and the element and the dynamic that we have to engage and to move forward. See, it's a seed. And see, once the word is received, yeah, it doesn't stay. It becomes the seed. As I'm talking about, Scripture says this. Scripture says that the seed is the word. That's in Luke 8:11, by the way, which means that the moment you receive the word, something has already been planted in you, not later, right then. And here's what you have to understand about the seed. It's not partial. The seed carries the whole. And inside the seed is identity, design, direction, and the full expression of what it's meant to become. Everything's already there in the seed. The full blueprint of all, the full essence, all of life is right there. It doesn't need to be something else. It doesn't need some things to done to make it to be any different than what the purpose of that seed is. It's already fully there. It just simply needs to become what it already is. And that's how the word works in you. When received, it carries the identity you're stepping into, the direction you're meant to walk, and the life that it's designed to produce. 1 Peter 1:23 tells us, having been born again through the living and abiding word. The word doesn't just inform you, it forms you. And here's what you miss. Because nothing looks different. You receive it, and your life still looks the same. And you think, nothing's happened. But something did. You just can't see it because the seed is not visible life, especially when it's been implanted in. It contains all of life, it's all there. And if you hold the seed, you don't see the tree. You see this little thing that you put in your hand, right? And you look at it and say, "Oh, okay, what's this?" But it's all there. The tree is already in it. You don't have to dig it up every day to check if it's working, by the way. That would be rather kind of silly, but it's all in process. Yeah. And so if you go around, I'm going to check and see if anything's happening there. Let me dig up that seed. Well, you dig up the seed, you killed it. And that's exactly what we do sometimes. So we receive it, and then we have the doubt. We question it. Is this real? Is anything changing? I see nothing right now, no how. And we interrupt what's already started. Here's the truth. The moment the word is received, the seed is set, which means identity has been introduced, direction has been established, and life has been initiated, even if you can't see a thing. So pause with me for a moment here. Go back to the word you identified, that one that you just you kept repeating back a little bit ago, and ask yourself, what is this producing in me? Is it calling to you? Are you stepping into something? Are you leaving something behind because someone is different? Yeah. Are you becoming somebody different? Sorry. And did you leave something behind? Are you in a new process, becoming renewed or going through rebirth? Don't make it complicated. Stay simple. What identity is this word pointing you toward? What direction is it setting? Because if the seed is there, it ain't empty. It contains and carries the specific intent it's sowed for. And once the seed is sent, my friend, once it's there, it's no longer a question of ignition or something starting. The question is, will you allow it to develop? And that leads us to the next part here. In the next part, once a seed is set, it doesn't just grow because it exists. It's because receiving starts it, the seed contains it, and the seed becomes something. And then as it becomes something, you develop into what is new. And then as you develop and grow, you end up producing seeds at some level. You're set to grow and develop. You've had seeds in your life, you've had things already sown that develop into seeds. Here's the deal. Whatever you've got, whatever you've contained, whatever you have to put out there, it doesn't become a thing until you take what you've already have, what you've already processed and already developed, and maybe it's not the new thing yet, as a new word is, but you've had what already you had, and putting out what you've had already is part of the process as you form and develop, and you put it out into the world. You sow the seeds, you put it into play. Movement doesn't happen unless you put things into play. And say that's where most people stall out. Yeah, I got the stuff. It's impacted my life. I'm all good. I agree with it all. This is all good. But that's as far as it goes. You don't really do anything to impact anybody else. See, sowing is not just agreeing. Sowing is releasing what you've received and putting it into play. Ecclesiastes 11:1 says this, cast your bread upon the waters. Cast. Let it go. Move with it. Release it. But here's the tension, you see, because once you release it, you have no control. You may not even see what happens from the seed that you sown. I have that all the time in my life. In my 30 years of mental health work, I know only a smidge of whatever was produced as I so poured into people's lives, so seeds of peace and life, and bring them to life and peace. Even here and doing these teachings, I have no idea the impact of putting seeds out there. Here you go. Listen to what I have to say. Maybe it's one person who watches this. I don't know. This in the radio show, I don't know who hears, who gets, whatever. I got no clue. Maybe you'll have a clue, and some of y'all you sign up for memberships and begin to interact with me. But if you're passive, you take it in. I ain't got a clue. But some of this is behind walls where to engage more, you really have to take a step. But more on that in a minute, or more than a minute as we get through the teaching here. See, yeah, the tension is once you release it, you don't own it, you don't control it. Yeah, and up to this point, you heard it, you received it, and it sat with you. Now you must act. Speak differently, choose differently, step differently. That's all risky. And you may not see the immediate effects or eventually see effects down the road because it's not about you. It's not inside you. It's not all about you. It's expressed. It's put out there. It's engaged the world. It's put out there externally into where others may benefit. And as we do this, it demands faith in what we've expressed, we put out there. See, James 2:17, faith, if we have faith alone and we don't do anything with it, faith without works is dead. James 2:17, we have to put things into play. And Jesus also mentioned, if you don't put things into play, if you don't take my words and act on them, you're building your house on sand. But if you do what put into play my words, you got a sure foundation. And so the words formed, developed, and is put into play. That's a seed, and it develops into what it develops into. So we can have faith, but you don't have any real active faith unless you're putting things into play. If you're sowing things, it's if it never moves through you, if it never produces, it isn't sowing seeds. It's not producing life. Let me make it simple for you. If a seed is sitting on a shelf, it'll never grow. You may have a perfect seed there, full of potential, but it's at the wrong location. It's sitting on the shelf, sitting in the bag. Maybe you're sitting there protecting their seed. Maybe you're just waiting that. Maybe you're like the individual with the lesser talents. Want to make sure that you don't disturb this perfect talent that I have, this perfect seed, because I'm just going to hold on to it, not put it into play. I got to keep it safe because I got to make sure I have what I have. And so you think about it, you maybe organize it, maybe you shift it around, but you haven't planted it, you haven't sown it, so it's not going to grow. It's not going to produce anything. Not true. And not everything that you put out there in the world is going to bring back results. Some seeds don't fall in the right place, but there are ones that do. And if you're distributing, putting it out there, there'll be seeds that grow and have impact. And if you think about this, our sowing our seeds and putting things out there, this is where refinement shows up in real life. We talked about receiving, being receptive to the word, and we're talking, and the seed that forms. Now we're talking about refining and putting things into play. It's actually the question becomes, what will I do? How will I move? How will I march forth with what I received? And what will this seed ignite in me to put forward? So you can say, will I say what needs to be said in a given moment? Will I do what needs to be done in terms of the elements right now? Will I step where I've been hesitating? Here's the thing. Sowing is not big. It's specific. And it's often one decision, one action, one step, but it's real. 2 Corinthians 9:6 tells us that whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly. So maybe you say, maybe in your life right now, man, you talk all that, but I ain't got nothing to show. I tried a little bit. I put some stuff out there, and I didn't see anything come back. I got that much. Well, how much did you put out there? It's kind of like a job hunt, right? I applied for that job. They said no. Well, did you only apply for one job? Was it something that you really depended on? Were you putting, was that the one thing? And that's the one I want. And they're going to take me. Well, that's not how you get jobs, people, right? You got to sow the seeds. You got to put things out into play. And as such, what you put out there determines where you can grow and even where you may land, like a job hunt. So here's the truth, my friend. You don't lack seed. And most people don't lack direction, they just lack the release. They keep holding what has been meant to be been sown. I've done that. Way back in the day, went to a movie with my mom and my wife. Didn't really know what's going on. We said, okay, we'll watch this movie. The movie was knocked up. And I felt led to at the time because I was holding back my voice. So I should start writing and expressing. And there's things I understand about the movie that could be learning points to tell people. Well, I didn't start a blog right then. I didn't act on what I was directed at the moment. That came a few years later. Of course, the blog was never one that was big, but it was sowed some seeds that had some impact on some individuals. And so, just like what I'm doing now, sowing seeds that may have impact or will have impact in time at whatever level God grows it. So, release. You keep holding what's meant to be sown, nothing ever develops. And even if you sow a little bit, you get a little bit. So stop for a moment here. Think. Once you go back to the word you received and what kept coming back to you, and to what you realize was played in your life, what that potential is in the seed, and ask yourself this, my friend. What would it look like for me to release this, to plant it, to put it into play? Not in theory, specifically. Is it a conversation? Is it a step to take? Is it a pattern I need to break? Is it a decision I need to make? Is it an action I need to take to move in a direction? Don't overcomplicate things here, my friend. What is one action that aligns with what you received? And do it. That's sowing. It's not all contained inside yourself. It's doing, acting, and putting into play what you to put into play. And that's releasing things into the world for the thing of benefit. And the other part of leaf is getting rid of the trash, taking the trash out. But that's another comment for another day. But life begins to move when we put things into play and we release things into the world. Because once it's sown, you don't control the process anymore. You released it, and now whatever happens, happens. And I've had things happen. I've had stories where, in the emergency room, like the first year it started, I had an interaction with somebody, 16 years later, that they come to me and say, your words put into place seeds that saved my life. Of course, you use those words, mind you, but that's essentially it. And also had on LinkedIn, had somebody that was a former client and tell me, do you remember me? I used to work with me for therapy. I often didn't show up. I had issues with alcohol. Eventually, it terminated because they didn't engage. But there were seeds formed, and there's seeds here. Guess what? Now I'm a licensed alcohol and drug counselor. I've changed my life. I'm actively working to help people. Seeds that grew and took root and put into play just by doing the things that I'm called to do. And as we're doing things what we're called to do, once you plant a seed, even if you got the seed right in your nearby and you can keep an eye on what that seed was planted, maybe you planted a little thing at home. What you plant, the first steps are things you can't see. It's hidden. Because once you sow it, you don't see it. You don't see the work of the process unless you dig it up and go, oh, what was going on? Oh, that was actually working. It was beginning to develop. Oh, now it's dead because I pulled it up. So this is what many people lose sight of. Because at this point, you've heard the word, you received it, and you acted on it. You put things into play. Now everything goes quiet. Nothing will change. No immediate results. No clear confirmation. And then the thought comes, did anything actually happen? And this is a part that you can try and understand. This is not where it stops. This is where it forms. Matthew 4:26 and 27 tells us this: the kingdom of God is as if a man should scatter seed and it grows and he knows not how. He doesn't see it, doesn't control it, but it's growing. That's the hidden stage. And this is where most people get disconnected because they feel like it's not working. They can't see it. Nothing good came of what I did. I posted this. I only see a couple viewers on these videos, or I don't have much going on in YouTube. They're following this. It's not impacting anybody. Nobody's replying. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's signing up for this, that, the other. And hey, nobody's actually gone through it and grabbed the primer directly. At primer.lifemindset.life. But that doesn't mean doesn't mean people won't. We just don't see right now. And then we go back, we go back to old patterns, we go back to old thinking, we relapse, and we just go, yeah, that new, I must have been smoking something. I must have been some bad pizza because I must have heard it wrong. Believe me, I've had to, did God really say? Did God really say? Where does that go to? You're right back to the Garden of Eden, the serpent. When we have that, did God really say? No, don't get me wrong. We do need to discern, make sure what we're hearing is from God, but God repeats himself and brings confirmation, also including confirmation of the word and things you hear. Maybe what you're hearing and watching here when you hear and see this is a confirmation of things God's been telling you. See, in all this, there's the truth. Growth does not require your visibility. It requires your consistency. And I know that's one area I'm growing and have to develop. My consistency in my process of growing the business has not been stellar. I was supposed to do this teaching last week, but wife asked me to accompany her and made a different call and to be able to do it this week. And if I've been always fully consistent in my processes, maybe I'd have everything up and running. Those are woulda, coulda, shouldas. But I'm still in the process of formation here. We're just at the beginning of what I'm doing here, folks. But as such, let us not grow weary of doing good, because in due time, God brings the results. That's a paraphrase of Galatians 6:9. Why would God say that? Because things get tiring. You don't see it, you get drained, and I don't feel like it right now. I don't see anything. It's really, really hard. Believe me, I've caught that, my friend. Nothing looks different. Hey, man, I get this, and nobody signs up. Nobody opens all the emails. I don't get likes or replies when I post things on Facebook. But hey, my initial Facebook lives got me the radio bit at Faith Point Radio. Yeah, we're starting. You don't know what you don't know. Yeah, but things form. So you do the right things, nothing looks different, and you might think, I ate this one salad. Where's my new life stage? I ate one salad. I changed my diet. My blood sugars are still the same, and I haven't lost any weight. What's going on? See, you're looking for results way too early. Real growth occurs like this, and not with what you see, but what's forming. Because in this stage, after a seed's planted, here's the things that happen. Roots develop. And in terms of your identity stabilizes, your pattern shift. You begin to get the essence of what is, so that you can grow into what will bring the product. Now, if you interrupt it and stop what was forming, like digging the seed out of the ground, it's going to cause a problem. But quietly, as it grows, take a look at Mark 4:28. You read that whole passage, but it starts with this. It says, first the blade, and then the ear. Thinking of the plant coming up, first the blade, just the one little blade of grass coming up, or one little blade of corn, and then it develops at the ear. One little blade of wheat, and it comes up for the full ear of wheat. See, there's a process, and it doesn't skip stages just because you want results faster. And here's the reality. You don't quit because nothing's happening. You quit because you can't see it and it's hidden. But because it's hidden, my friend, doesn't mean it's absent. Hidden means it's forming. There's things forming in me. If you take a look at my videos a year ago and what I'm doing now, you'll find a difference. I'm maturing. I'm more able to be there. Is it 100% now? No. There's some things that were out of whack, even here with this video today. Started late because of some difficulties. Had a pause. And you go back to segment two, where what my organized thoughts are weren't in front of my face because I copied it wrong. These things happen, but it's still forming. It's still in process. And whatever God's going to develop of life mindset and all this is going to happen if I continue to engage and put things out there and grow and follow it one step at a time. First the blade, then the ear. We're at blades stage here, my friends, with my processes and life mindset. So again, take a moment here to center in on yourself. Go back to the word, the seed, and what you've done. Ask yourself this. Where in your life does it feel like nothing is happening right now? Where you got through these things, you received something, you responded to what you received, you even taken steps, put things into play, but ain't nothing happening right now. You don't see it. I mean, nothing visibly evident is in there. So be honest. Where are you in this hidden stage? And ask yourself this: am I staying? Or am I starting to pull back, retreat, to figure out, give up? It's all hopeless, helpless. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing going to happen anywhere. Remember, there were words that were given that took a long time. And it took such a long time that some individuals did what they could to bring it about. Abraham had a word. It was forming. It was hidden. God's time didn't come. And then he took it on himself. It's taken too long. I'm going to create my own little thing over here. Didn't change the promise. Staying or pulling back. You're continuing with what the word is, what you received, and what you're called to do. If you stay with it, it forms. If you leave, you interrupt what already started. So your question is not, is anything happening? If you stay with that, you got the wrong question and you're going to set yourself up for failure. The real question should be, will I remain in process even if I can't see it? Even if it feels like right now my whole life is foggy and I can't see 2 inches in front of my face. Faith brings light, and eventually what is hidden will reveal itself, because nothing stays hidden forever. See, nothing stays hidden forever, and then something takes root and sprouts. And as it sprouts, it takes life. It takes the form of living life. It's the blade that comes up, and as the blade comes up, then you've got it to it forms into process of the full ear. So if you stay, what was hidden doesn't stay hidden. It emerges, the blade. Not all at once, not dramatically, but clearly, the blade, then the ear. And that's when growth becomes visible. And here's what you have to understand: the sprout, the very sprout, that blade, that's what the blade is, a sprout. It's not the beginning, it's revealing that yes, life has gone. You can see some things. Everything you now see. For me, when I get a sprout is when, and hopefully soon here, I get people sowing into what God has put me by joining memberships or paying for access to radio or these kinds of things where it comes back. And I know when I'm able to form and build stronger and move to the fullness of plans. But right now, the blade pops up with these membership groups and what's happening. But that's on me, on you. What is happening with there? See, the sprout is the reveal. And everything you see right now, it was already forming when you see the sprout. It was all in the hidden stage. And you get confused in this level because you think, all right, now we got something happening now. We're ready to go. It's just a sprout. Something has been happening. It hasn't just started. It's been happening all along. You just didn't see it and things forming. Even yeah, how it formed Get Life Mindset. Things were already beginning before that. Before God gave me that as an element that stirred things up and brought people to my life, brought connections, brought things so that could grow. And then once I got it grown, it's been working and developing and honing so that I mature and give mature connection to what is the message. So something's been happening. You just don't see it. But what shows up, it's a hype and it's just we celebrate it. It's a start. And it's a start that's not temporary. It's not just oh, here's my emotional reaction the moment it comes and goes. It's life instead. It looks like responding differently, staying consistent, following through, not going back to what used to control you. You don't feel all that different, perhaps, but you're not the same either. Here's the deal, my friend. No one wakes up and says, "Wow, I'm significantly more mature today. Something happened overnight, and now I just reached that next maturity stage." No. But you notice it when it counts, my friend. You handle something differently than you did before. You don't react the same way. You stay steady where you used to break. And when you do that, it hits you. Something's changed. Something's different. And there's a fruit that's happening. I don't know how it happened. I didn't even work hard to produce this, but it's happened. See, a lot of what I see in therapy when the process isn't some great intervention I did that suddenly brought on change. It's slow, it's gradual. And at some point, something kicked in, and when you see a difference, especially when I've been with some folks for some time, and I've had a few of those where I've invested in for years, and it takes some time. Even in mental health, there's so much. Okay, we got you. You gotta put the things in. You're gonna create change in 12 weeks. You just make sure they got the CBD formula. Follow this, follow that, follow this manual, and okay, you got change occurred. All right, let's take a break. My dogs are a little activated at the moment. So somebody somewhere doing something that got them all excited. Yeah, and they got some maturity to do. No, the dogs are dogs and they do what they do. So you'll know them by their fruit. So let me back up. When you get a sudden moment, you get more mature. And you know them by their fruit ultimately. As I said, I've seen processes happen where I know change happened. I poured into them. Was it some of the grand intervention I did? Was it the time it was seeds planted that took root, whether they're aware of it consciously or not? Whether they actually did some things with what was poured into them and the seeds planted or not. Yeah, fruit happened. Change happened. Like I said, so the couple of instances, change happened. I didn't even know. The seed was planted and it formed into something. Yeah, including an individual. I thought, okay, what was the point of all that? Because the man, they didn't, weren't changing for a minute. God did something with it. So it's not by what they say, not by what we feel, not what we see, but what ends up at the end. See, at the beginning, the initial evidence is a sprout that visually shows you that something's happening. There are some things going on that gives you a sense that, there's a little bit of growth happening. See, that's the evidence. When I start getting people saying, yeah, I'll join up even for the free membership and the Life Mindset Primer with no cost whatsoever, I just want to be a part of this. Man, that's a sign that things have got the beginnings. And even the people that I've already connected with, they say, yeah, I'm going to go and check this out, and then I'm going to pass it on. And maybe all of what I've already connected with aren't even going to connect there, but at the start. See, here's the key: the sprouts, the evidence, and you don't produce that by trying. Gotta work it up. I gotta spread it all over. I gotta make noise, get noisy. It's not something you can force. You simply receive the word, plant the word, release it by your actions, and stay involved, and life formed. Here's the truth: real change actually is not loud. Not for a moment, but it's consistent, it's stable, and it holds. And once it's there, you don't have to keep starting over. You build what it is, and you take what's produced and you put that into play. Take the produced and you put that into play. You continually do that, and maybe it's a whole different seed, but you put it into play. You start with a little bit, and it becomes what? Maybe you got a whole garden of all sorts of things that started with the initial things, and then you got a wide array of plants. Think about that. So let me bring this to you. As we've gone through the process of word, seed, sowing, the transformation of hidden growth, and the sprout. This is just the ignition point. This is just a starting point. But let me ask you this. Look at your life right now. Where do you see even a small sign of change? Not perfect, not complete, but real. Is there an area where you responded differently, or you're more steady, or you're not going back to what you used to do? Don't dismiss it. It's not small. It's evidence. Now connect it. And what word did that come from? Because what you're seeing now started when something was received, and it formed once, and it can continue. So don't overlook what's showing. See, that's life. And that's how you know the process is working and it's ongoing. And so in that process, what you're doing is you're receiving, you're refining, you're releasing, and as you release, you'll reap. And all this happens as you remain in the process. And as you do so, life emerges. And that's what we're all about, is embracing life, living life, and engaging in what is life mindset. To let life take over and express itself in your life, and you find it in a way. So let's bring this all together, my friend, because this isn't a message. This isn't just a teaching. This isn't just, okay, here's some nice concepts for you to understand. Oh, isn't Tim clever putting all these things together? This is all good. And Dr. Tim just has a way of thinking. All right. No, because I don't want you to just take this as another message, another sermon, some psycho-spiritual gobbledygook that can really fill me up well, because that's not what I'm about whatsoever. I'm about life, and this is a process, and this is how life actually works. Starts with the word. You don't create it, you don't manufacture it, you receive it, and once it's received, then you've got a seed that's formed. It's not partial, it's fullness, it's not empty. It's got the identity, it's got the direction. You're full of life right there. So refine it, align your thinking, adjust your direction, remove what doesn't belong, and then put that seed into play. Release it, act on it, move with it, stop holding back. And when you put it there, then there's the process, the hiddenness that grows, or nothing looks different at the time, but things are forming. And if you stay, if you remain with it, and stay consistent and let the growth process happen, life emerges. And repeat that, life emerges. Not forced, not temporary, but real, stable, consistent, alive. That's the flow. Again, receive, refine, release, so you can reap in life shows. Now here's the truth, my friend. Most people don't need more information. They simply need to engage the process, because you can hear the word, you can agree with it, you can even like it, and still never live it. And why is that? Because you didn't really receive it, you didn't refine it, you didn't release it, you didn't stay with it, then you get nothing to reap. And if you're not doing that process, then you're trying to find things to take from somebody else. But that's a whole another teaching. So let me leave you with this. Let me have you think on this. What are you going to do with what you've heard? Not later, now. This whole time, the time that we've been doing this, what have you heard? What are you engaging? Because life doesn't respond to just good intentions. Life responds to alignment. Now, all this you walk through, and again, I've talked about things that you can do. This kind of teaching that I'm doing today, this is meant to be at the embodied level of Life Mindset membership, where it gets put out there for the folks in at a whole, live, for that, and then it gets locked into the Embody membership area. But right now, we're putting it out there on purpose for all to get you thinking, to get you get a taste of what's happening, to help you recognize the things that are happening for you in your life, to ignite something in you to think, that's all good, and maybe you want to investigate more. Some of you are already involved with me through past experiences, on my email list, and you're already getting a little bit of this, but most of the work has been hidden. But if you never stepped into getting stuff from me or grasped the life mindset or even dived in, you can start by going to lifemindset.life. And even better, go directly to sign up to get the primer.lifemindset.life. And that'll walk you through the foundation, walk you more about receiving, refining, releasing, and reaping, and explain the very basics of life mindset. So that's primer.lifemindset.life. And if you want to keep growing this, and you're not sure about the primer, and you got another option. I mentioned a radio show. By the way, that's over at wfpt.online/links, and that airs on Wednesdays, Thursdays, 1 Eastern, and 9 p.m. Sundays, Eastern time. But you can get any episode anytime. You just go to radio.lifemindset.life, set up, and sign up. It's not a big expense. It's really less than a fancy cup of coffee. And if you sign up for that, you'll invest more in your life than just caffeine for one day, one cup, whoopee. You do that on a monthly basis. And I'm going to invest in my life, and I'm going to let myself receive some things so that I can grow. And I can tell you these things I'm talking about, these 5 areas, and going in depth in each of these. This week, it's all about the sowing. Next week, it'll be about the heading. And then we go Easter week into the sprout. So that's just where things are. So just less than a fancy cup of coffee, radio.lifemindset.life. You can get full access to, it's now 51 radio episodes. And certainly you'll find some growth and development as you hear the radios. You go back to episode 1 and work all the way through to where we're at now. Or you can look at the titles and go, hey, that makes sense today. That's a word I need to hear. So here's the bottom line. You really don't need hype. You don't need me to sell you stuff. I'm just putting it out there so you know and communicate. Whatever it is, whether from me or anybody else, you need truth. You need to, and as you get the truth, you receive it, refine it, release it, live it, and you stay with it. Life happens. So, all this said, we'll see you in the next one. For tomorrow, there'll be, I believe it'll be around 7. It will be a embody level processing, not teaching. See, what we did today was laid out the process. We talked about it, defined it, made it clear. Tomorrow, I'm going to process it a little bit at what I would call the embodied level, how I make it part of my life. And what it is to move into this part of life. It's not going to be as long as it is today. And if anybody would join me in that time, great. But I don't expect any of that right now. But you're going to ask questions like, what have I actually received? Why might we resist refinement? Why don't we release? Or you're going to get into just kind of sorting things out. Because this is where it becomes real. It's not when you hear it, but when you examine your life through it. And then after that, we move, and as we go through the process, and I've got the membership levels to rediscover where I'm beginning to get the information. I embrace it where I'm putting it part of what I want to do. It's something I've hold to and says, yes, this is important to me. And then there's the embody level where I'm digging down deep and I'm wanting to have every element of me be what I live step by step. So tomorrow, look for live again, hopefully at 7 Central, and the best time we can. Whatever you do, find the next step to take with those words, with the process you ran through, whether it's connecting with me further or not. Just find a way to engage and to live and to be, to fully get into the life mindset. It's been a pleasure to share this with you tonight. Be blessed. Hopefully, some of you are around tomorrow and able to see this. Otherwise, we'll see if we see you. The seed that you heard will take its fruit, however it does. I may never see it. God bless. Embrace life, embody life, live life mindset. Have a good night.